Boy, I'm on Instagram and YouTube live at the same time. Now I got both of y'all live at the same time. You know, this is the first. So, um, wow, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I think I'll do this more often. You know, I haven't quite figured this this pad out right for yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But anyway, um, man, this been one of them crazy days today. You know, people are, I'm convinced they are content with this violence that we're faced with every day. Every day, something is jumping off, man, and I keep telling y'all, ain't no place safe, man. There's no place safe. Uh, my daughter sent me a video where some people were shot. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, some people were shot coming from a funeral, and the police was standing out front. Ain't that something? The police standing out front by the funeral home, and they still come up and start shooting, and the person got killed coming from a funeral. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. And this is the kind of foolishness that, we gonna have to put up with. We got to put up with it, man. We got to deal with it. Ain't no and can't make no excuses for it either. See, we can't make no excuses for this. And this is why I'm saying, at this point in time, man, people are just content. They feel like they are helpless when it comes to this violence, when it comes to when it comes to all of the things that are going on. People just feel helpless, and they really not. The people have the power, but because we're so busy fighting each other, we don't see how really powerful we are if we just come together. And see, and like I keep telling y'all won't listen, but this is good versus evil. That's what this is. This is good versus evil. And right now, evil is having its way. Evil is running things right now. See, that's what's going on right now. Evil. You know, back during in the early 2000s, so the majority of the shows, the majority of the television that a young kids was exposed to was fake. MTV, all of these, all of that stuff was fake. And they grew up in a fake world. And now we're dealing with their offsprings. That's why they're so materialistic. Okay? I don't know, Jamie. I don't know. But all I know is, man, you got to be real bold to start shooting in front of the police, knowing they got guns. You got to be bold, man. Cause when they see gun, all bets off the table. That's all they want to see. Gun, gun, gun. See that's a gun is a license to kill. When you hear a police officer say gun, gun, that's a license to kill. That's all that is. That's a license to kill. And whether it is right or wrong, it can be justified. Even if it's wrong, it can be justified. See, this is something that I want y'all to understand. A lot of y'all ain't never been screwed by the system before. But this system don't play fair. This system don't play fair. What system you talking about? I'm talking about the government. They don't play fair. They ain't gonna play fair with you, man. You got to play fair. Okay? You gonna have to play fair. But they ain't gonna play fair with you. It sure ain't. You know? And you might as well come to the realization of that. And saying a lot of people, you know, they want to do some things and they want to say some things, but man, you got to realize who you're going up against. And sometimes, you know, they invisible. See, you think that the people out front are the ones that you're dealing with. In reality, it's somebody else. And it could be the person standing right next to you. And you don't know. See? So, well, let me tell you, Jamie, there's a lot of money in hate right now. There's a lot of money being generated from hate. Okay? A lot of money being generated from hate. That's why it's so prevalent now. Because it's generating it's making a lot of people wealthy. This hatred, man, is making a lot of people wealthy. Because folk are just pouring money into that that passion, that emotion. And this is and see, here's the sad thing. It ain't something that they got the courage to go out and do, but they'll pay somebody else to do it. They ain't got the courage to do it, but they'll pay somebody else to do it. And that's why it's so lucrative. Because you have so many people that are afraid to say what's being said. But if they find somebody that's saying what they are thinking, then they'll support that person financially. That's on the bad side. On the good side, it's just the opposite. See, when somebody's saying what people are believing or thinking, they look at that person with suspicion on the good side. See, when you're trying to be the solution and be the answer, see, you're viewed with suspicion. And this is what's, again, keeping us from trusting each other. And the biggest problem right now is people don't know how to trust. People don't know who to trust. See, and when you can find a person that say what they mean and mean what they say, that's the person you want to kind of pay attention to. Because, like it or not, they ain't going to mislead you. See, they ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing for you. And right now, too many people are looking for folk to sugarcoat something for them. And that might not be the case. Okay? That just might not be the case. I don't even know how I can tell how many people I got up in here on this thing. Anyway. So, so that's what the deal. Man, I didn't. The reason I'm in the hotel right now is because um, yesterday was a rough day, and I came home and forgot to charge up my speaker. I get down to the White House and turn my speaker on, and I'm like, man, I forgot to charge my speaker last night. That's how out of it I was. Yesterday I was out of it, man. I was just out of it. You know, that was like almost a straw to break the camel's back yesterday. A good breeze, a good strong breeze, probably would have made me quit yesterday. That's how close. That's how bad I was feeling. If a good strong breeze came in, man, I would just say, man, the hell with this. I ain't doing this no more. And and I know that's what some elements want me to do. Want me to quit. Want me to give up. Want me to lose hope. See, that's what. And let me show you something. A lot of the adversity that you have in your life can be traced back to money. You know? I mean, think about it. Now, I got one to do tomorrow. Got one to do tomorrow. I have a tour to do. I got my first school tomorrow. I have my first school tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being able to uh, engage these young kids, to be able to challenge them, and to be able to see what works and what don't work. That's what tomorrow will give me is a chance to see what works and what don't work. What's the best way to engage them, and the way that I'll be monitoring that is um, by the response that I get. By the reactions that I get. So that's how you can tell, whether you're reaching these kids or not. They'll let you know. They will truly let you know. Because either they're going to be looking at you or looking at their phone. And if you got a whole bunch of them looking at their phone while you talking, then you ain't reaching, you ain't being effective. And you have to, and you don't have to say anything to them. See, they don't even realize that you're paying attention to how they are reacting and whether they are listening or not. They don't know that. You see, so all they know is they just on a tour, and they ain't got to do school. See, so I got to take that playfulness out of them. See, because for a lot of them, that's gonna be playtime, man. What? I ain't got to go to school, and you tell me I'm gonna be on a tour? That's playtime for them. That's time for them to cut up. So I really got to be on top of my game. Because I know they're gonna come in there with all kinds of intentions, with all kinds of ideas, and I got to be able to disrupt that. Okay, that's my challenge, and I know that going in. So I'm gonna have to tailor my stories to be able to keep them engaged. You see, that's gonna be the challenge for me. Is keeping them engaged. Okay, because for so long they've been used to doing what they want, how they want. See, I wish I had a pocket full of money so I can start asking some questions. You know, and and when you see if you get your question right and you're gonna get some money, then the rest of them gonna start paying attention because they gonna want some of that money too. See, that's eventually where I will get with this. It's where I will be able to be engaged, and through my engagement, I'll be able to pay it forward by blessing them. You see, because the one thing that you got to understand about these young kids, money will motivate them. And see, we don't want to use that tool as motivation. We think they should be motivated without the money. And they should, but they ain't been taught that. So since they ain't been taught it, you know, don't tear the bridge down. Use it. Since that's the way that you use money to motivate them. Why not? What have you got to lose? I mean, think about it. What have you got to lose? Okay, yeah. What have you got to lose? And see, and this is what I'm saying. We got to start rewarding the people that are trying. Right now, it's the ones that's screwing up that get all the advantages, that get all the resources, and we need to change that. You know, we need to do better than that. We have to do better than that. See, so it is what it is, man. You know, and again, all you can do is try. And I think what is so discouraging, you don't have people trying at all. You don't have people trying at all, and they sitting back on the sidelines. You know, they sitting back on the sidelines, doing absolutely nothing. You know, doing absolutely nothing. And 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 to be the first ones to complain about how bad it is. But when they got a chance to do something about it, when they got a chance to, uh, oh yeah, I'm gonna give them, I'm gonna give them something to talk about, Jamie. Um, I will be giving them something to talk about. That's for sure. Uh, if we don't go after these young people, we're doomed. We're doomed. If we don't try to save them, we're doomed. Because those are the ones that's going to be responsible for us when we can no longer take care of ourselves. And and look at what we're creating. Look at what we're leaving responsible for us. I mean, look at it, man. Are you happy? Do you have faith in your future? Because it's looking pretty bleak right now. It's really looking bleak right about now. And people don't know what to do. People are afraid. You know, people are paralyzed because they can't figure out the good from the bad. And this is because we got so much deception among us. And some of that deception is coming out of the church. You know how many people that call themselves Christians that are exploiting other Christians? You know, I mean, they're preying on the weaknesses of other people. And man, you ain't seen a weak person until you see somebody that is totally insecure as a person, as a being. They are totally insecure about themselves. And they need the opinions of others. They need the the praise of others. You know, they need that. See, that motivates them. They can't. You'd be surprised at how many people that can't motivate themselves. They need other people to be the muse for them. They can't. They don't know how to motivate themselves. And see, that's one of the things that you're gonna come up against when you get on this road of success, trying to be different, trying to be independent, trying to be free. Sometimes you're gonna have to motivate yourself, and look how much resistance you're gonna get from just trying to be free. You just want to be free, man, and look at the resistance that you'll get for just trying to be free. See, not having to depend on nothing or nobody. The solutions that you have for yourself is something that's coming from within yourself. And see, most folk don't know how to look for solutions within themselves because they start looking for other people and other things to be the solution. They never count themselves as being the solution to the problem that you have. And consequently, you know, those are the people that go get a job. See, those are the people that don't really have any confidence and belief in themselves. Those are the ones that's going to be encouraging you to go get a job. Okay? And they'll do everything they can to discourage you. You know, people will talk about you, bully you, just because you dream big. Just because you want to do something different, man. You trying to break free, and everybody who ain't trying to break free. I mean, think about it, man. Who don't want financial stability in their life? And you got people doing any and everything they can to get some financial stability. If it means stealing from you, they'll steal from you to get financial stability. I mean, if they got to take their clothes off, they'll take their clothes off to get financial stability. If they have to sell their bodies, they'll do that to get financial stability. And see, and we have allowed this thing to get on wanting to be independent. People look down on that. When you want to do for self. They don't have, they can't expect, they don't understand that. They can't grasp that. When you just trying to, see, you'll be surprised at the number of people that actually think that for the rest of my life, I will be sitting in front of the White House with that sign and a bucket. They don't understand that that's just a starting point, man. I mean, if people gave me enough money to do the stuff, man, I'd take some of that money, first go buy me a van so I can work myself out of this hotel room. See, if I got some money, I wouldn't go get an apartment. I'd go get me a van so I can work myself out of this hotel room. See, that's what I would do. Okay? I wouldn't go get the apartment first. I would go get a van first, which is a stream of income. That apartment is not a stream of income. See, and that's what people feel. Oh, look at you. You've been all the time you've been in a hotel. You could have had a apartment, but I ain't booking no tours. So I'm still gonna get the same result. So if I'm out here now with a vehicle, see, now I can go to hotels. I know how to do this because I've done it to survive. See, that's what I would do. And if I really got my hands on some money, man, I'd launch my dinnerware line. The hell with y'all. I'd launch my dinnerware line. I wouldn't even fool with these tours. I'd launch my dinnerware line. That's what I would do. If I really got my hands on some money, man, I'd launch my dinnerware line. Straight up. Let me see what it say. No, see, Jamie, there is a thing called the law of attraction. And a lot of people don't know how that works. And they use it subconsciously every day. Like they attract, man, something always happening to me. That's what you're going to attract because that's what's coming out your mouth. You see, there are this thing that faith without works is dead. See, a lot of people think that works is physical, and it's not physical. It's mental. It's work to hold on to a positive attitude. It's work to keep doing your confession. It's work to keep believing, even when your life is turned upside down. See, that's work. But a lot of people want to make works physical, and it's mental. It's not physical. Okay? It's mental because you can get out and do the works. Well, see, Jamie, this is what I'm saying. Listen, holding on to it is work. It's you working at it. When you hold on to a positive attitude, regardless of what's going on in your life, you're working at it. See, you ain't working at it when you throw your hands up and quit and give in. But as long as you keep moving forward, you're working at it. Okay? And see, let me tell you something, girl. That might be some of the blockage that's stopping your healing. Because you think you got to do something physical. And it ain't physical, it's mental. It's the mental work where people fall short. See, it's the mental piece when people give up. That's right here in their mind. They give up. See, so that's where the work is, right here. Because the Bible say, as a man thinketh, so is he. Don't say, as a man doeth. It says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So that's work. And again, you got people that will always project the worst to happen. And that's what happens for them. Because that's what they expect. And see, and the Bible said all things are possible to him who believes. That's what the Bible said. All things are possible to him who believes. Didn't say all things are possible to him who works at it. It say all things are possible to him who believes. See, that's where the work at. Because if you don't believe it, I don't care what kind of work you put in, it ain't gonna work. Think about it. If you don't believe it, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work if you don't believe it. And that's what a struggle is. Believing. That's what a challenge is, believing. That's where it is. And a lot of people want to throw you off by saying that this works is physical. See, because that's from their understanding. See, that's how they see it. That's not the way it is. See, because sometimes we have to be still and let God work. Sometimes, man, we just have to be still and let God work. You know, I'm gonna go back to the White House today. I'm going back as soon as I charge my speaker up. I'm gonna go back down there. Okay, I'm going back down there today. And it just might be today could be the person that, this just might be the day that I could meet the person that's going to take me to the next level. See, we all, and believe it or not, some people ain't going to agree with this statement. But we all trying to get to the next level. We all trying to get to some financial freedom, so that when we retire, we ain't got to struggle. That's what people work for. So when they retire, man, their life ain't going, their lifestyle ain't gonna change. Not drastically. See, you got some people that they can't retire because they can't live off of what they got. Imagine, man. Imagine. I just want you to imagine this for a minute. Um, you're on a fixed income, and if you make too much money on that fixed income, they're gonna penalize you. See, they're gonna discourage you from getting out here trying to get another stream of income because you want a fixed income. And they saying you can only make this amount of money on this fixed income. Because if you make more than this, we're going to tax you. You see, and that's what people, that's why you got such a strong underground economy. Because people are trying to avoid taxes. Let me say that again. The reason you have such a strong underground economy. What's an underground economy, True Conductor? That's stuff you can buy hot. That's what that is. That's where you buy boosted merchandise, something somebody else has stolen, okay? And they come out and sell it, all right? You don't pay no taxes on that. See, you 9 times out of 10, you ain't even reporting that income. Okay? See, there are a lot of people out here making bank, man, and they ain't reporting it. And Uncle Sam gonna want his share. I don't care what you doing. Uncle Sam gonna want his share, and he gonna get it. And if he don't get it, he gonna put you in jail. See, so that's the game that's being played. See, when you're on a fixed income, ain't but so much better you're going to be able to do for yourself. See, because you're going to have to live with that fixed income. You're going to have to live within that limitation. And look at the limitations that people have to live with every day and survive. And survive. Look at the limitations, man. Look at the restrictions. And they have to survive. You ever, probably not, but have you ever passed a housing project and noticed how many satellite discs be coming out of them? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. How y'all affording all this shit? And you on welfare? How you get this? How you get this cable? And you on welfare? How you do that? A lot of y'all ain't paid that no attention. Next time you go by the projects, look and see how many satellite dishes you see on that building. And that's welfare. You know, how y'all do that? Where that money coming from? You see, so they and And this is what I want. This is what I want people to know. Man, there are so many different ways, legal and illegal, that you can go out here and make money. Now, unfortunately, the illegal way is the easiest right now. See, you can go out and do something stupid and get rich overnight. You ain't gonna do that bringing people together, being positive. See, you won't be able to have the same kind of success. And just mark my word for it. Watch what I'm telling you. See, the minute being positive becomes a thing to do, see, you're gonna see a lot of people that were nowhere near the front line trying to break down that barrier to make positive more received. See, you're going to have a whole lot of people, once that wall falls and being positive is profitable, everybody and their mama going to want to be a life coach. See, everybody and their mama going to want to be a coach. Because now, positive is profitable. But if you look at their resume, you'll see the same stuff they telling you now, they wasn't saying it 2 months ago or 3 months ago. See, that's that's how you know who to listen to. Go back and look and see what they've been saying. Because, you know, the person that say what he mean what he say, has a track record of saying the same thing, dealing with the same issues. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example. Yeah, that's done happened already. That's done happened. Shit. That's done happened, Jamie. I told you when I first came on, my daughter told me that somebody went to a funeral and got killed. That's done happened already. That's old news. This was so that you can see that is the article. That's me. I was a young buck right there. That's when I had some hair. You know, that's what I look like with hair. That's when I had hair right there. Okay? And look at that. Look, I'm serious too, boy. I'm serious on that. but listen. So this is back in '94. Listen to what I said back in '94. Folden said he had secured almost 4,000 signatures of D.C. registered voters, comfortably in excess of the 2,500 signatures necessary to put him on the ballot for the Democratic primary. Now, this is when I was a Democrat. I'm now a part of the Republican Party. Whites have been signing his petition in far greater numbers than blacks, he said. He faults African American for not supporting their own. My own people, who are held hostage by young black men in their own neighborhoods, he complained, aren't willing to give a positive role model and opportunity. And here I am, 30-some years later, saying the same thing. I'm saying the same thing. Yep, that was me when I ran for mayor. And 30-some odd years later, I'm still saying the same thing. 29 years later, I'm still saying the same thing. And people call me fake. And people say I'm phony. And I'm still saying the same thing. My story ain't changed. But I can't get a break. But my story ain't changed. And you got some people out here ain't been nowhere close. Ain't done nearly none of what I've done. And get rich just like that. Because people make them a fad. But the one they see working, the one they see trying, isn't it interesting? That person can't get no motivation. And see, this is the same thing that's happening in our schools. The kids that are trying, the kids that are not a problem, the kids that are trying to be something, can't get the time of day. Can't get the time of day. But that joker, that they ain't trying to do nothing, ain't trying to have nothing, pants hanging all down around their damn ankles, they got all the resources going to them. But that kid that's trying to do something, that's trying to be something, they ain't got time for them. They supposed to do that. Well, them ones you sending all the resources to supposed to do the same thing. How come you ain't that strict with them? Maybe if you show them what it's like to be positive, maybe they'll change their way. Maybe. But see, I mean, folk ain't thinking about that. Hey, hold on a second. Oh, that stuff only been out there for a week. It's only been out there for a week, man. They finally come and blew it away. Wow. Um, but anyway, this is what we gonna have to do, man. You know, I mean, what is it that people have motivating good? Why are people afraid to motivate something positive, to support something positive? Why are they afraid? I mean, think about it, man. With all of this killing and mayhem around us, people still are afraid to elevate a positive voice. With all of this darkness, they won't elevate a positive voice. You know, and for you to have an answer and to want to participate and to want to get involved, you clout chasing because you want to get involved. All right. I mean, seriously, man. And so, see, one of the reasons the people who we have elected um, keep all this confusion going, that's how they stay in power. And notice they ain't never got no answer to a solution. They ain't never got a solution, man. They always working on one. Have you noticed that? People that have been up on Capitol Hill for years. Don't never find a solution, but they always working on it. But they never find that solution. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why crime ain't got no better. And we got all of these politicians with years, and all they do is fight each other. See, this is what this is one of the things that both sides can agree on. Man, if you can't work together, you should not be elected. It's just that simple. We need some people dedicated to put their ideology aside and come in and work for the good of everybody. And see, and right now, we don't have people willing to work for the good of everybody because they got their own agenda. See, and their agenda might not be the narrative that need to be spoken at that time. See, if we truly want to change this narrative about what's going on, we're gonna have to turn that television off. If you truly want to make a change, man, you're gonna turn that TV off. And see, oh no, to conduct a playoff getting ready to come. That's the time you need to turn it off. During playoffs. Turn it off. And let's see, can you get their attention? And if we want the narrative in this country to change, real simple, turn the television off. Just turn your TV off. What's going on, boxing? Turn your TV off. And see how much discipline that requires. See how hard that is. Turn that television off. See, they got you addicted, man. They got you hooked. And they know you're addicted. That's why they can tell you anything they want you to believe. And you'll believe it. Because they keep spoon feeding you. And you keep coming back. And see, the minute you stop coming back, they're going to know something wrong. But as long as you there, man, they're gonna steer you one way or the other, the way they want you to think. And see, and here's the sad part. You got a lot of people think that they can control what they believe and what they see. That's bullshit. If you keep watching that television, man, it's gonna hypnotize your ass. It's gonna have you thinking one thing, and you're gonna subconsciously, you're gonna be doing something else. You're gonna be doing exactly, you know. Let me show you something. Let me see if I got this picture. See if I got this photo. This was a commercial, and if you didn't, if you wasn't paying attention, you saw this and didn't even, and was like, wow. I'm gonna make sure I got this picture. And see, when y'all see it, you're gonna be like, damn, true conductor. People be sending all kinds of subliminal messages. And what this was they had this commercial, had this gorilla, and I forget what the theme of it was about, but this gorilla had a massive dick between his legs, and it went so fast that most folk didn't even. I'm gonna show you the picture because I went and took a picture of it, and it showed you this is what they're showing you subliminally. And see, you got so many messages, man, that they are showing us subliminally. I'm serious. They got so many messages, man, that they're giving us subliminally. And we ain't, that's why you need to turn that television off. You know? Cause they giving shit that you don't even realize. They giving you thoughts. You don't even realize. I'm gonna find this picture. I know I got it in here. But it was I mean, I'm talking about massive, man. I said, well, I be damned. Look at this. Look at this shit right here. Can you believe that? Come on, where that picture at? Where you at, picture? I know I got you. Oh! Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's what they showing you subliminally. And look at Tucker Carlson sitting right there. Look at that. Look at that. I just happened to slow the commercial down, man. Because when I thought I saw it, damn. Look at the big old dick on this gorilla, man. You know, what kind of message you think they sending? And we wonder, I'm telling you, he packing a lot of heat. He packing heat. And subliminally, that's in your mind. See, and until I showed y'all this, a lot of y'all be like, damn, that's a commercial. And see, you see it's a commercial. Tucker Carlson is running. He's in the background. Whatever this is that this commercial they showing you. And how much other sexual listen, y'all. Some of the biggest freaks, some of the biggest sexual freaks are running the world. Let me say that again. Some of the biggest sexual freaks are running the world. See, when somebody openly tell you that they support children being exposed to drag queens, they behind closed doors, they some sex freaks. It's just that simple. Behind closed doors, they some fucking sex freaks. To sit down and allow children to be exposed to something like this. Man, you a freak. You're straight up freak. And you need to be called out for your freaky nature. And right now, up on Capitol Hill, we got too many damn freaks that's running shit. They trying to put their desires and their tendencies into law for everybody. That's what's going on. But you know how many people agree with me, but scared to say damn to conductor? Shit, you talking like that? I'm going to support you. You know how many people agree with me? But they ain't going to give me no money. They ain't going to make me look good. See, if knowing the condition that I'm in, knowing my circumstances, don't you think if I was able to come out of this, that somebody's going to have to say, wow, look at his story. He actually came out. People supported his message. Damn. Isn't that interesting? And I got the answer. And I struggle with people supporting my message because they don't want to make me look good. See, supporting me makes me look good. And we can't do that, True Conductor. We'll settle for the violence, but we can't have you out here as a positive example. And I told you, I just showed you, man. Here I am, 30 years later. I'm still saying the same thing. Y'all don't want no positive example. All you want is the dope boy. He's the only one that can get a redemption tour. The one that's out here been dope, sold dope, been to jail. Oh, you give him chance on top of chance on top of chance. I don't fall in that category. And I can't get a chance. That's the sad part. I don't fall in that category. And I can't even get a chance, man. Hell, they stole my job from Metro. I took some black history that ain't nobody using and made a business out of it. Ain't nobody using the history. Made a business out of it. Ain't stealing, ain't cheating, ain't deceiving, trying to educate, trying to preserve. Look how I struggle. And I'm doing it the right way. Look how I struggle. I got to go out here and cheat and lie and steal and deceive to get out of here. I can't get out on my own creativity, off my imagination. That's not acceptable. And the kids are watching. You think they ain't watching? You'd be surprised. What time is it? Almost time for me to get back down there. I'm going right back to the White House today, buddy. I sure am. I'm going right back down there. Yes, I am. I'm going right back. I'm going back down there. You know? And let the chips fall where they may. That's the only thing that I can do right now with the circumstances that I face. Let the chips fall where they may. I can't force them. I can't make them. Let them fall where they may. That'd be the end of it. You know? And if I have to fall for doing it the right way, I can live with that. At this age, I can live with it. As long as I don't get out here and do nothing stupid that's going to jeopardize my freedom. I can live with this. I can live with it. Sure can. All right, hey man, let me get back down. Like I said, tomorrow I got a tour, so I'm gonna go down here to the White House and sit for a minute and try to reach the people. I just try to. We all got a part to play. We all got a part to play, man. And unfortunately, we got too many people that's waiting for somebody else to make the first move. You be the one. You be the one. Maybe I should put that on a t-shirt. You be the one. What do you think, man? You think that'll make a good t-shirt? You think that'll make a good t-shirt? You be the one. Yeah. That might uh, that might work. You think? You be the one. You think? You think? What did I got 3 people up in here? You think that'll make a good t-shirt? You be the one. And that's what people got to do, man. Somebody gonna have to um, start it off. Everybody's afraid to be the one to start. You know, everybody's afraid to make a mistake. And maybe that's another reason folk are afraid to make a mistake. I mean, I don't know what you're afraid of, but that's a good possibility. People just afraid to make a mistake. If they give you a chance, you might be the wrong person. You might react to it wrong. You never know, man, what people are thinking. All right? So anyway, y'all, let me get down here to the White House. I'll see you later.